what seems to be opposite. But why can't Georgetown win games in the tournament against double-digit seeds since they went to the Final Four?
That's the number one question. I'm one of the biggest Georgetown supporters out there, but you've got to think about what's the constant here. It's JT3 system. When you think about it, when you think about the losses, it's not only losing to a double-digit seed once or twice every 10 years or something like that. You're losing every time you're going, and you're getting beat by a lot.
Right, double digits.
Double digit. I mean, they're not even in these games. And so, the question has to be out there. What has to change?
I've got a theory. You're done.
Yeah. See, the thing is that offense is predicated on reacting to the defense. And I think when it comes tournament time, teams that do well in the tournament have guards that can break down the defense when your offense is not going well. Whether you're going to break down your defender and get an easy hoop to the basket or dish out for a three-point shot. But that's not this offense. That's not the way that this offense is designed. It's designed to go to the small forward, reacting to the defense. And when your shot isn't going down, what? And that's the answer you've got to come up with. Maybe it's about recruiting. He recruits the same type of 6'7", 6'8" type ball players who can do a little bit of everything, but they don't necessarily do one thing extremely well.
So you want some specialists then?
I would love some specialists. I think you need a
couple of shooters.
A couple of shooters, a guard who can dribble and penetrate.
I think he has that.
Well, he has Starks, but he doesn't have the depth. What happened was yesterday, Starks had 2 early fouls. He took him out. He actually took Porter and Starks out at the same time for that one stretch in the first half, which kind of cost,
right.
Which they went on a little run after Georgetown was up 7. But when you don't have somebody else other than your lead guard who can break down defenders, it's tough. And I think you're right. I think he needs that player who can dribble. He needs that player who can shoot. He's got players that sort of do all the things okay, but not one thing extremely well.
If you look at the 1-2 combination of Starks and Porter, it worked.
Here's my question before I get out of here because I got to go do an update. But the question is, has Georgetown become that team where you're hoping they can get by the second round? I mean, has it gotten that bad? I think we're
so.
Literally hoping.
I think so.
And praying that they can get through that first round double-seeded matchup.
That's it.
But that's not what Georgetown basketball is supposed to be about.
It's not. You're absolutely right. And I thought in many respects, and I tweeted this last night,
on what went on with Bryce Harper this evening, and our man Will Medina was down there at Fitzner Stadium tonight, and we welcome Will on to Washington Baseball tonight. Good evening, Will. How are you?
Hey, doing well. How's it going, Bill?
Doing good. Give us an update from what I've seen. Harper tonight, 1 for 3. He played DH. He did not play the field tonight, but the one hit was a monster home run. Let us know what happened with Bryce Harper tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll first start off with the first thing you said. You talked about him DHing tonight, and he was scheduled to play 6 innings in left field. He was in the lineup, was penciled in to play left for 6 innings, but, they had a little rainstorm, a little thunderstorm come in prior to the game, and they then switched him to DH. So really nothing big there in terms of any news, just that, they didn't want to risk him out with the wet field. So he DH, he batted second, and his first at-bat, he struck out swinging, saw a lot of pitches in that first at-bat, and then struck out, ball out of the strike zone. He was kind of chasing there. And then that second at-bat, he just hit a towering fly ball, deep into right field over the right field fences here. They actually have those 3 fences in the background. He cleared all 3. At first it looked like a pop-up, but he's so strong, and it just went deep, and the crowd was going wild after that.
What was the crowd like tonight? I know they had almost 100 there last night. Did they get the same, or did the weather kind of keep some folks away?
Yeah, I think the weather kept some of the folks away, but they were still here strong. I mean, the stands were packed, and the fans were here, and they were out there watching BP. And he actually, after BP, went behind the stands there, and he hit in the cage there for a little bit. And the cage is not like in in the major league stadiums where they're underneath. The fans could see, so they got a chance to watch him get an extra 20 pitches, before the game. And, so the fans were here, and, they got scared, though, in the third at-bat when he fouled off a ball on his right foot. And, when you're injured, last thing you want to do is to hit or injure something else. And, so we got a little nervous there. He fouled it off his foot. He was in some pain, but, he decided he wanted to continue that at-bat, and then he lined out to right field on his final at-bat.
Now, to the media until after he plays a full 9-inning game, so I imagine you guys got no quotes from him, no comments from him about how he felt after tonight's ball game.
Yeah, no, actually, he got to the ballpark here, and that's what I found out, that, they won't have him talk until he plays a full 9. Yesterday he played 3. Today he played about 5, didn't quite get 6. After that third at-bat, he did leave, and he left the stadium, so we could not get access to Harper. So figuring maybe, tomorrow, and that's the big question, where is he going to be playing tomorrow? He'll be able to, if he plays a full 9, talk to the media. We all want to know how he's feeling, but, they got 3 options tomorrow. He can come back here in Potomac and play another game, single A. The Pelicans are home. I mean, they play the Pelicans again at home. The other option could be going to Hagerstown. Hagerstown's at home against Lexington. His brother is there, so that could be something he could go do. But usually what happens in these rehab stints, they usually keep going up a level. So that third option could have him go to the AA Harrisburg, and with the Senators, they're actually in Bowie, so they'll be actually locally here tomorrow. So, but right now, Nationals aren't talking. The people here at Peanuts, they're not talking about what's going on yet. They don't know where he'll be tomorrow, but he's got 3 options, and you just want to see him do those, get those full 9 innings yet, and just looking at him, he's still. I wouldn't say he's quite there. I think he's still needs some time. Obviously, the swing is there. When he hit the home run, he didn't run around the bases like he sprints usually in his home run. So, that's just maybe precaution, whatever. But, he looks good, but still, I wouldn't say he's 100%.
Right, and I think
106.7 The Fan, Sports Flash.
All right, we start off with NHL, and the Washington Capitals have a press conference scheduled for the top of the hour, which is right now. Most reports say the Capitals are going to announce that they will be hosting the 2015 NHL Winter Classic. No details yet who they'll be playing or where the game will be played, but once we do get those details, we will definitely have those for you here at 106.7 The Fan. Baseball, meanwhile, Nats coming off an 8-0 win over the Marlins last night. Now 5 games back of the final National League wildcard spot with 8 games left. Nats look to Steven Strasburg. First pitch at 7:05 tonight, as you can hear the game right here on 106.7 The Fan. Orioles fall 2.5 games behind the final AL wildcard spot. After last night's 18-inning loss to the Rays, Baltimore sends Miguel Gonzalez to the Hill. Game time in Tampa, 1:05. Local college football this afternoon. Maryland taking on West Virginia. That game is in Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Terps looking to go 4-0 to start this season. West Virginia 2-1. Kickoff at 3:30. Meanwhile, Virginia Tech hosting Marshall at noon. You can hear the game on 106.7 The Fan, with the pregame at 10:30 right here on 106.7 The Fan. And Virginia will host VMI at 3:30. Redskins-Lions tomorrow. The Redskins injury report: Bowen, Golston, Hankerson, Merriweather, and Forbath listed as questionable. Barry Caulfield listed as probable. Next update coming to you at 10:30. For the rest of the news and traffic reports every 5 minutes during rush hour, tune to All News 99.1 WNEW. From the Crop Metcalf Sports Desk, I'm Will Medina, Sports Radio 106.7 The Fan.
Sports Radio 106.7